But some international and some local stories to get to now with my fantastic Wednesday night panel. Sky News contributor Kosha Gada, former Labor MP, of course the former chair of the Parliament's Defence and Foreign Affairs Committee, Michael Danby. Well, welcome to you both. Biden, he let the cat out of the bag back in Easter. He said that he was going to run, or we certainly read the tea leaves that he was. Out comes a pretty slick video last night. Have a look.
When I ran for president 4 years ago, I said we're in a battle for the soul of America, and we still are. This is not a time to be complacent. That's why I'm running for re-election.
All right, pretty flashy, and clearly it's a message to the Democrats. He's not returning. He's going to run. I think the terrible thing in all of that is, A, he'll be, 84 or something like that if he gets up when he retires eventually. And we think he's all cognitively challenged as he is. What'll he be like then? But, of course, he's got Kamala Harris on the ticket. What do you make of it all?
He will be 86, I think, oldest
86,
ever
there you go.
in history when he ends. And, I think that this is a signal that we are in a post-candidacy system now in the US, where it's less and less about the quality of the candidates and more about the machine, the electoral machine, and the get out the vote. We don't have mandatory voting over there. And that's why you see, whether it's him, whether it's John Fetterman, the senator of Pennsylvania, whether there was down at the local level, there was a dead person who made it on because all these votes got cast before he died. So it's almost irrelevant, the quality of the candidate, which is upside down. I think also there's a history book entry aspect to it with Kamala, first black female president, so that's probably why she's there. But I think whoever is better at the get out the vote machine on either side is honestly going to be the winner, and that's what it's come down to.
I think the great fear, Michael, is that he doesn't work out or manage out his term, and we do end up with President Kamala Harris, and he's pretty lacklustre. She is absolutely terrible. And you look at that population in America, 360-odd million people, surely they can do better than these two.
Well, America is the leader of the free world. This is a danger to us with a very aggressive China and Russia already in the battlefield. I don't agree with Kosha in a sense. I think that ultimately there's going to be a presidential debate, and the guy can't use COVID to protect himself as he did last time. I suppose Kosha's point about Fetterman, you can elect a person who's really ill, despite it being so obvious, is against what I said. But I cannot believe that Joe Biden will ultimately be the candidate. I think his family and his political supporters, it would be cruel to him to do that. The fact that he hasn't taken a cognitive test or released it to the public is just shows everything that needs to be known.
Freddie can see that he's in trouble. We've all spent enough time with politicians in office. He is in trouble, and clearly there's a lot of power now held by people we don't know who they are necessarily in the White House, in the administration, and they do not want to give it up. And look, honestly, if it wasn't so funny, it is like a weekend at Bernie's. They're propping up this guy, for their own power.
And Australia's safety is dependent upon the United States.